K-poppin, getting your K-pop fix with DJ Isak.
Ugly truth. So it's time to have the so popular Sooyoon in the studio for Ugly Truth. Yay!
Hello.
Your song is doing amazing these days.
Oh, really?
I've been watching all your performances.
Thank you. How is it?
It's great. I'm actually glad that they're grabbing more of the drummer.
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but I feel that they're grabbing more of you than James these days.
Oh, really? It's because I am lip syncing the parts where the girl goes, "You're so bad."
Yeah. Well, you're the mastermind behind the song, so
Yeah.
obviously the song doing well. It's
Thank you.
very good for you as
Awesome.
well.
You know, I'm facing a problem these days. You know, like we're going on, some variety shows, like even ASC
Okay.
these days, and they keep asking me to do some kengi, but I don't have any.
Well, I don't have one either.
You don't?
No. So
What did you do when people asked you to do one?
I just sang a song.
Oh, really?
I was like, I don't have one, so I'll just sing. I was like, I'll sing a pop song for you. No, because the only kengi or hidden talent that I have, I could, my producer kind of likes it, but I can do the impersonation for
Who?
Baby Got Back. The introduction to the song for Baby Got Back. Oh my God, baby, look at her butt. It's so big.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But see, Korean people
I
don't know
they
that.
don't know that. Yeah.
So
Even Moon only can do like stuff from Batman.
yeah, see, there are certain things that you can't really do on the Korean variety shows.
Yeah, and I can't impersonate James like when he speaks Korean. But people
Don't
know.
get it.
Yeah, don't get James yet. Like, enough. They don't know how James speaks yet.
It's kind of like I can impersonate my manager, but nobody knows who my manager is, so it's useless.
I need James to get more popular.
James needs to get more popular for you to impersonate him.
Yeah.
Then that'll be something to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, so these when it comes to hidden talents, just bring your guitar everywhere and then do something, or do something like use bottles or something like drumsticks and do like a really cool beat that you can kind of just pull out.
Yeah.
All over. I don't know.
Please, I wish fans could like recommend some kengi for me.
Try and find some hidden talent for him. Because I remember when I was promoting my album, both me and my member did not have kengi. So my member tried to make one.
Yeah.
So she tried to imitate like Pikachu.
Oh.
And it wasn't
work?
that good. It was bad. It's not gonna help. You know what I mean? It just worsens.
It always happens to me.
Yeah,
I tried to like make one, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, and everyone's like, that's not similar. So anyways, let's get into our first story. It's actually quite long and kind of complicated.
It's one full page.
Exactly. So let's try and figure out how to help our listeners. So first one is from Australia.
It's from Jennifer. Hello, I'm Jennifer from Australia. My friends and I are kind of in a rough situation. We have been really close friends for almost 4 years now, since the start of high school, and I can feel it slowly falling apart. It started around the end of last year when one of my friends started to talk to a group of boys in our grade. We didn't think much of it and simply brushed it off as we still enjoyed ourselves. Although, lately she hasn't been as active around us and as she used to be. During lunchtimes, although she would sit with us, she would stare into the distance where the boys would be playing their games, and she wouldn't really contribute to our conversations. At first, I thought it was because she liked one of the guys, but she actually enjoys being with them more than us. I kind of feel as if she's using us now to have people to hang out with during class times, since the boys aren't in the classes. We also had our first fight to the point where she cried, but to be fair, she was being way too dramatic since she cried over a beanie. The boys were joking around with her by stealing her beanie and she gave it to me for safekeeping. I also wanted to joke around with her, so I secretly gave it to my friend who was in her class the next period. She was getting worried that her beanie was gone even though I constantly assured her that her beanie was safe. She didn't trust me. Plus, she was totally fine with the boys messing with her, but not with me. They've been friends for 3 months compared to my 3 years. I'm starting to reach the point where I wouldn't care if she's no longer my friend because she's barely there anyway. I still really cherish those moments where we did talk and had fun, but it's not the same feeling anymore. It feels as if she can freely walk away from our friendship without looking back. I truly do still want her to be my friend, her best friend, but it's as if she's leaving me in the spur of the moment. What should I do?
So Team A is she decided to have more new friends. So it's just spur of the moment, and maybe she just doesn't want to be your best friend. So give up, or B, tell her how you feel and keep your friendship.
So that was a long story.
Yeah, very long story. But I understand why they kept the long story.
Yeah.
Because you need the details.
Yeah, I love the details.
Yes, I love the details too.
And so the point is that she likes to hang out with the boys more than the girl group, I guess. The group of girls.
But I like to hang out with boys better than girls too. And I told you why. It's because I hate drama. Maybe Jennifer, she might be thinking that you guys have too much drama. You guys talk about too much drama stuff, or there's too much feelings involved that you don't need to have. I like hanging out with guys a lot more than girls, honestly. It's a lot easier to talk with. Like, I'd rather hang out with RP than a group of girls. The reason is, I can actually hang out with you guys and not have to worry about what I'm wearing, what brand I'm wearing. I can wear sweats, and I can wear tennies, and I know that you guys aren't going to say anything. So I'd rather hang out with guys, so I don't have to worry about the small stuff. I kind of feel bad saying this, but Jennifer, I think you might be the problem in the relationship.
Okay.
But in this situation, I'd go with B.
B.
Tell her how you feel. I'm not sure if it's going to keep the relationship, but tell her how you feel.
I choose B too.
Okay.
Yeah, just keep your friendship. I mean,
I don't know if it's going to keep the friendship for you saying that, but talking to her is going to help.
Yeah, for sure. And, I mean, you guys don't have to be best. I mean, it's not like either or, problem. It's like, you don't have to be your best friend, but just, be friends with her. Why not? Just because she wants to hang out with some other boys sometimes, or most of the times. I mean, you guys can still hang out sometimes, I guess.
I think it is a turning point in her life.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's opened her eyes to hanging out with the guys, and she knows how comfortable or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I feel that right now you're just more hurt in the relationship, that she seems to be taking her time over there.
I think there's always this transition with during high school times, like where maybe you have a best friend, and then your best friend kind of opens their eyes to the opposite sex.
Yeah, so it's either dating or if they just like hanging out with them, or sports.
Yeah, they just like hanging out with guys or girls, and they just like flirting. They just like that more, and I think it's a phase though. Yeah. Or maybe not. Maybe they just like to hang out like that. I mean, there are always friends who likes to always be in a relationship, and like they kind of abandon their friends. There are always people like that, I think.
And I do know certain people that are very shallow to the point where they just choose relationships over their friendship way too much.
Like all the time.
Like all the time. Like they will be able to. They will think to sell out their friends like that for a relationship that they feel that was worthy enough for it, and then they'll break up with that person, and then they'll start crawling back, and then you say okay maybe one or two times, but then afterwards it's just like, excuse me.
I know.
I'm not some pole you come crying back to every time you want a shoulder to cry on.
There are always people like that.
But there are a lot of people like that. Jennifer, I'm not saying that your friend is like that, but I'm saying that, like Sooyoon says, especially in high school, even in college sometimes, we have some late bloomers with people, but there are times where you tend to like to just hang out with guys a lot more. I still prefer hanging out with guys. The reason is like I have a group of oppas that I have, and I like hanging out with them. It's not because they buy stuff for me because they're older or whatever. I foot the bill sometimes, but it's more like, I don't know. It's kind of like the protection that they give me, the stability that I have with, a couple of guys that I'm with. They're like my older brothers. It's like me going off my older brothers. They're older than me, so like they're cooler. And I get to talk about relationships. I get to hear about their girl problems, and then I give them advice. And it's just, you feel needed in that relationship. Whereas girls, sometimes if I'm with a group of girls, I don't feel needed. Everybody wants to feel needed. You know what I mean? Student, like with your members, if they don't have any common interest in what you want to talk about, obviously you're gonna try and find a group of friends that does.
Well, which I do in reality. Like, we're always with each other during like 활동 and during the promotions and stuff, and we run out of things to talk about.
Of course,
because we're always together. And then we like in our apartment, we don't even like talk.
But it's not because you don't want to.
It's just like we just need our separate time, and in our free time, I actually just meet other friends. And James meets other friends, and Moon meets other friends, because we just need to make some other stuff to talk about.
Exactly.
We need more relationships with other people, because you just, I don't know, it's just like that.
It's like you're a married couple. The three of you are a married couple. You need your own space. You need your friend time. And you need that boys' night out with other friends. You need to go back home to see your family.
I like to hang out with, girlfriends, or friends who are
girls.
And like guys. I like both actually, but it's not like this case though. Like, we're not like, oh, he's like not my friend anymore because he's hanging out with other friends. It's just like, oh, we're friends too, and they're my friends, and other people are my friends too.
So I feel that right now, Jennifer, you're more hurt that you were pretty much best friends, but now she's putting more attention to them. Maybe you can try and think back and see why she might be doing that and coming around to it. But I say, tell her first. Tell her how you feel. Keep the line of conversation open. Whether she chooses to stay your friend or not, I think that's going to have to be her decision and your decision as well. So Team A or Team B, she's excited to be with new friends. She doesn't want to be your best friend. Leave her be. Or B, tell her how you really feel to try and keep hold of the friendship. So what do you want to do? Tell our listener Jennifer, for our listeners Team A or Team B, what we're going to do is take a listen to some music before we come back. Park Jin-young and Kain are on the track with someone else. 다른 사람 품에 안겨서. We're going to take a listen to this track and see you guys after this with our next story. 다른 사람 품에 안겨 있는데 나는 깨달았어 얼굴이 자꾸 떠올라 왜 그래서 이렇게 돌아왔어 또 너에게 나를 받아줘 제발 Can you take me back again again 너무 사랑했지만 너무 힘들었어 힘드니까 사랑도 약해져 망갔어 Alright, that was JYP. Park Jin-young with Kind of the Track with someone else. 다른 사람 품에 안겨서. For our first story from Australia, Jennifer is having some friend problems. Seems that her best friend is hanging out with the guys a little bit too much these days. It's not like she has a crush on any of the guys, but she just likes the guys a lot more. Jennifer's kind of hurt. So, should she A, just kind of give up? She doesn't want to be your friend anymore. She's just decided with her new friends. Or B, tell her how you really feel, Jennifer, and see how to keep the relationship. Either or, Team A or Team B. Give it to us. Let's move on to our second story from Malaysia.
Alright, it's from Herlin. Hi, Isak and Sooyoon. I'm Herlin from Malaysia. As you know, I'm taking engineering courses in Australia. Okay, there are a lot of boys studying in this course. When we come to group work, our lecturers like to divide all the students into groups by themselves, and I always am the one and only girl in the group. Now I have a group project. It's about building a rat trap boat, and I am the only girl in the group. All of them are like didn't give me any work to do. Okay, all of them doesn't give her any work to do. When I ask them whether they need help or not, and they always answer me, no needed. We always use SNS to discuss about the project. And now, I don't know why, there is a boy from the group blocking me in the SNS. And I don't know why he would do that. I don't know where I am. Where am I going? I don't know where I'm
going wrong, yeah.
Am I going wrong? And I don't know how to ask him about the reason or what. Is it because they think that I'm a girl, so I can't really do something like cutting the wood or what? But I did those things before during my high school. I told them before that you guys shouldn't worry that I could get hurt or what, but they still didn't care about me. What can I do now? I feel so left out because I am the only girl in the group. Please help me.
That'd be awkward. Sooyoon, you guys are 3 guys.
Yeah.
If a female member came in, whether she was a guitarist or a bass or whatever, would you guys tend to kind of subconsciously block her out? Do you feel that it's something that you probably would do, not intentively, but subconsciously?
I guess that there could be times like that.
Okay.
Just because we're different, we're boys and she's a girl. I guess like there's maybe like changing clothes or something,
Okay.
But I think since she's taking engineering class and they have to do like hard work, cutting wood and stuff. So maybe the guys think they have the stereotype of that. Maybe girls are not as good as them.
Okay.
I guess. But I don't know. I wouldn't do that. I guess, personally.
Harlan, I want to kind of give you a perspective where I don't think it's so much about girls or guys in this situation where you're the only girl and that's why they're leaving you out.
Yeah.
I'd have to say that there are people who sometimes get off on the wrong foot. Sooyoon, have you ever met someone in class or at work, even, you don't have to name names, it could be in your current company,
All right.
they just came off on the wrong foot. They just rubbed you in the wrong way from day one.
Oh, yeah.
They were very diligently working.
Yeah.
They did their job, but for some reason they're just like, oh my god, catch a clue. Have you actually had an experience like that?
I have. Yeah.
So, what do you feel was the thing that was bothering you about that person? Was it they were trying too hard, or what was it that you didn't like about that particular person?
There's a Korean word, is dunchi.
Dunchi, it's kind of quick on your feet.
Yeah.
Being able to be quick on your feet, being able to read the atmosphere.
Yeah, read the atmosphere. Yeah, but there was this one person who couldn't do that well.
Okay.
Yeah, like, that person would kind of pull off like a lame joke when it's not supposed to,
So you're not supposed to crack a joke, but they're trying to crack a joke.
Yeah, crack a joke, and 심지어 it's not even funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like at the wrong time, and that person would kind of try to work really hard, but kind of, like you don't really have to do that.
It's unwanted work.
Yeah, unnecessary work, and yeah, stuff like that.
Okay.
I think nunchi is like really big. Yeah.
It is, and I felt that it was only in the Korean industry that we needed this. But if you think about it, it's in the U.S. It's everywhere. But Korea just has a word for it, which is dunsi, which is quick on your feet. Quick to be able to stick around and find your own path in the atmosphere. So it's like you're the newbie at work, Harlan, and there's a bunch of guys, and I think that you're trying to go in too strong. I'm guessing that it's not because you're a girl. You're walking in, and I think you're just doing the wrong things.
Yeah, actually, that person that I'm talking about, actually, like, he was new too, and then we were always together, like all my members and all the other people in the company, and I think that person was trying too hard to fit in, like from the beginning.
Yeah.
Like not naturally blending in, but almost like trying too hard to get in, fit in, which I felt bad for him in the beginning, because like, oh man, like he's trying so hard. But it almost got into in my nerves, because he was trying too hard. Like he would say stuff like, oh, like you're so amazing.
It's like
unnecessary 칭찬.
Yes, unnecessary things to say.
It didn't come
natural
and genuine to me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it felt kind of awkward. He would like make the atmosphere awkward, which was the problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I think that I think, Harlan, it's not that you're the girl. I think that you're trying too hard to fit in because you're the only girl in the team. Make mistakes. The one thing that I want to tell everybody who's a newbie at anything, please make mistakes. I'd rather make mistakes, get yelled at, and then learn from them instead of being Miss Perfect from day one. Also, Harlan, another way to blend in naturally, don't talk a lot. I talk a lot. I know I do. I'm very upfront with that with our group of friends. But I do know how to hold my tongue in a new atmosphere. If I don't know the people that well, I'm going to take a listen to what they have to say. I only get really talkative with people when I know them. And I know stuff about them. I'd have to say that, Harlan, don't try too hard. Because trying too hard is going to be bad.
And then people can feel that insecurity. You're already feeling like, oh, I'm the only girl. You already have that in your mind, like deep inside. So people can feel that, and they might feel awkward about it. Not when you don't even have to say it, if they could feel it.
Exactly. I know that, Harlan, when you first get there, one thing that I advise to anybody. Don't jump in on other people's conversations. So Sooyoon and I were having a conversation, and then somebody overheard our reaction, but then was just like, yeah. Oh yeah, I hate that. It's like, this is an A-B conversation, so see your way out. We didn't invite you into the conversation. If I were to talk in front of my producer, obviously that means that we kind of want her to jump into the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, there are times where you need to butt into a conversation and not. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Dunsi. Quick on your feet. Know how to blend in with that natural area. I feel that, and I know this is bad, but in Korea, being able to have a common interest with your fellow coworkers is good. I know it's a bad habit, but smoking in Korea does help fellow coworkers get closer. Because guys are like, hey, do you have a cigarette? Let's go out for a smoke. And that kind of, breaks the ice. Oh, you smoke these. Oh, yeah, I do. That kind of stuff. It kind of breaks the ice. You kind of get talking, and then, you toss it around. I think that when it comes to don't do it with clothes, because if you came up to us in a new working area and you're just like, oh wow, I love those shoes, and I'm just like, oh yeah, thanks. Because if I'm not really into that topic, it's gonna be annoying. Like Sooyoon was talking about earlier. If you're working with somebody, you don't want to constantly hear, wow, such a great show, wow, such a great performance. It's like, oh, okay, that's my job. I don't really need you to be a fan here. So yeah, I think don't try too hard.
Yeah, don't try too hard. It's not nice of them to block you and stuff. That's just kind of you chat too. But I think it becomes awkward when people try to prove themselves too hard. Like I think the person in our company that I was talking about also tried to prove himself too much. He's like, oh, I could be your guys' friend too. Oh, I could do this really well too. And that kind of made me feel uncomfortable. When I was around him. And maybe since you're like, oh, I'm the only girl, so I have to prove it. Maybe you're thinking too much of it, and people actually feel it, and then they're maybe uncomfortable about it. Yeah.
For our other listeners, if you have any advice for Herlin, because I know that it's hard. Obviously, she's from Malaysia, and she's in Australia, so I mean, completely different country, different.
Yeah.
I don't know which exact ethnic parties are working with you at the moment, but overall, it's a culture difference as well. I don't want to say it's just guys.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying to trying to do this too much, but if you naturally know something about sports, talk about it. I've recently been getting into soccer, so I know a little bit about soccer. But being honest and being like, I don't know that much, but I do like this group and I like this soccer player. Current events always help break the ice. So if there's something new on engineering, I think to break the ice, questions are better. See, and don't you think that if that person that you were talking about earlier started asking more questions about like, what about this? I want to try and impress the boss. What do you think I should do? I think those kind of approaches are a lot easier to break the ice with instead of trying to make that person my friend.
Yeah.
So, like, if there's a big project that you guys are working on, be like, I have this and this and this idea. What do you guys think? And if they're like, no, whatever, then be like, okay, then could you guys run by some ideas with me? Because I'm completely clueless.
Yeah.
I feel that instead of constantly bringing such a strong card to the table, being submissive and be like, I don't know what I'm doing here, I think would actually help in helping out of, getting people to actually talk with you on the office. All right, going back to our first story, we still need some team A, some team B. Jennifer's having some friends with her friend problems, that is. Her friend is getting into boys, but not in that way. She just likes hanging out with the guys a lot more than she does with Jennifer and her friends, and Jennifer's kind of hurt. So, is it A, she's just excited to be with new friends, she doesn't want to be your best friend, let it go, or B, tell her how you really feel, maybe that'll keep your relationship. A or B, we both went with B, so good luck. Start sitting your choices in. I really don't know how to answer Jennifer's this week. Even though I chose B, it's just a really hard.
Yeah, honestly, if it was not best friends, I would go with A. Just let her go. But since they're best friends, I guess maybe trying to keep it
would be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna take a listen to Yoon Jong-shin's track "여자 남자들," guys without girls. It's a recent track of his. We're taking a listen to this, and we'll see you guys after this.
See ya. 사방에 번져 있어 아직도 그 흐르던 멜로디 여전히 좋아할까 열리 짙은 바람 한번 날 일으켜 세워주네 이 바람의 강조 마치 날 어루만지던 너 같아서 네가 없어 한순간부터 느닷없이 사라져버렸어 그 이유를 왠지 말할 것 같아 가고 있어 언제 어디나 얼룩들처럼 사방에 번져 있어 아직도 그 흐르던 멜로디 여전히 듣고 있길 이리 고마워 누구든 여보세요
Okay, so that was Yoon Jong-shin with the track 여자 없는 남자들. And we've got Sooyoon in the studio. He's so popular these days. RP is like, oh my goodness, like, so popular. We're going to look at our last story for today from Brazil. I think anybody has probably gone through this at least once in their life. Even though it's a really short story, I think it's something that a lot of people can relate to. So take it away, Sooyoon.
Alright, it's from Vivi. Oh, I like that name. My family is on a bad financial situation. Because of that, my mother keeps pressuring me to get a job. But I'm still at college and I can't study properly and work at the same time. I'm so frustrated. Actually, I don't even like my major. I study design, but my love is to translate. But my mother don't take that dream seriously. Very short, but
Very, enough information.
yeah.
I'll be honest. I came from a kind of medium class, so not upper class, medium, normal class. I would have to say.
Yeah.
Medium intake type of a family. I never really needed money. Family-wise, my mom was a single mom. She worked really hard to support me, and thanks to that, I never really had to ask for loads and loads of money. But I do know how to stretch a dollar. I know how to save money, and I don't like to splurge on materialistic things.
Yeah.
In this situation where when a family becomes, stricken with hard times.
Yeah.
Some of my family members in the States actually have had this happen a couple of times.
Yeah.
My cousin actually had to start working since she was in high school to support her family. So I know how it is very stressful on all parts of the family if money becomes a problem.
Yeah.
But I don't know how design, honestly, is going to be a very fruitful.
It takes a long time.
It takes a long time to
Yeah.
make money in design. It's kind of like being a singer. It's either or. It's like either you like bang debut into the fashion world, or you struggle for many years. I would say stick to translating.
Yeah,
I think that would be the best job for you.
Yeah. I mean, even financially, I think it's more royalty, like, it's more comfortable.
Yeah, it is. It's a very comfortable demand. There's always a demand for translating. I'm not sure what translating you're doing from either your language to English or from English to Korean. I don't know what languages you're comfortable with, but there's always a demand for translation. In Korea, we have high demands for translators as well. I know a couple of Korean Americans that freelance translating, and we make a couple $100 per page.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Depending on what kind of stuff you're translating. So, depending on what kind of stuff you're translating, and the degree of difficulty for the translation, you can get up to a couple thousand or a couple hundred per page, with copyright as well, because it's your words. You're the one that translated it. There's a lot of people that make a living translating books as well. All you need to do is, if you like fantasy and if you love like Harry Potter, you can translate that from English to your native language, and you get a copyright with that. That's a very high demanding way of working as well.
That's really good.
I
mean, if you know a language, there's so many jobs. That you can just teach the language.
Exactly.
Honestly, design. I mean, if design was your dream, I would say
do it.
Do it maybe, but if being in a band and being a celebrity wasn't my dream, I wouldn't. I would rather just get a job, like be an engineer, or whatever. Yeah.
A 9-to-5 job is a lot easier to fall back on.
Yeah.
The more artistic jobs are the ones that are harder to maintain. If you don't have the passion behind it, it's really hard to stay afloat in such a competitive business. There's so many designers that go to designer school, and they're so talented, but they can't get a break because financial reasons or family backgrounds, or because they're not in New York, or luck. Singers as well. There's so many hidden talent out there, but there's so many different reasons. Let's say they're too young, they're too old. They don't have the right look. They don't have the the PRable image. There's so many different things that you have to think about art. That I feel that Vivi, and I know that it's really hard to maintain a job and study at the same time. So if you don't mind, find a translating job, even with your professors. You can get extra credit and get paid for internships at your own college.
You're building credits.
Yeah, building credits. I know a lot of teachers that do that. A lot of professors in college, if it's your major, or even if it's not your major, they are willing to pay internships and give you credit at the same time. My cousin is going into dentist college this year, and apparently there are paid classes that he can take during the summer school. That it's an internship during summer school, but he doesn't take summer school. He's taking an internship. It's not getting paid like a lot of money, but you still get paid, minimum wage. It's still like a part-time job, but you're also getting credit because it's their professor. So they're getting, actual hands-on credit. So I think that, Vivi, if you find something that you can do translatable, that can help with school credits as well, hey, that'll help.
Or a lot of people, just kind of rest a semester. They work, and then they, these days, not many people around my friends
graduate 4 years.
In 4 years.
It's hard.
It takes like 5 or even 6 sometimes. So I think it's okay to just kind of skip one semester and work, and then help your family with that money, and then move on to next semester like after 6 months or so.
You can actually even compare. You can combine translating and design at the same time. Vivi, if you're in Brazil, there's a lot of Korean designers. There's a lot of American designers. There's a lot of designers from around the world that want to do shows there. It's about connections. If you can translate from your native tongue to English or your native tongue to Korean, whatever it may be, you can even, be able to shine some light on design through translating. So you can translate at fashion shows. We always need translators at fashion shows because we have, designers from around the world.
Yeah.
Even though they speak English, it's very limited for some people.
Yeah.
So be a translator. Get your connections to your professors. It'll probably be the easiest thing that you can ever do to make some money and still get credits for your design as well. Hopefully that helped. We're going to choose who chose A or B for our winner for Jennifer on our message board, but it's looking like we have to say goodbye. It's already time for us to say goodbye.
Time goes so fast.
Yes, time goes so fast. We have to let the very busy Sooyoon leave the studio, but I have to leave the studio as well.
Awesome.
So we're going to take a listen to Girls' Generation. 힘내! Way to go. This is for all of our Ugly Truth listeners today. See you and have a great rest of the weekend. We'll see you next week.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Bye.